We know we all love to gossip, right? But why might that be? Well, there may be some interesting evolutionary answers as to why we all love those water cooler moments. And the more juicy and salacious, the better. Time for the intro. Just before we get into the video though, my YouTube channel is fairly new, and so if you could consider subscribing, that would be great. It would help me out a lot and it would be very, very much appreciated. Thank you. Way back in our evolutionary past, our ancestors lived in small groups, and survival was a constant struggle against the elements and starvation. Finding enough food to feed our ever-growing brains was a real concern for early human species. Language allowed us to develop our cultures immeasurably. It allowed us to teach each other new skills and to coordinate our hunting effectively. Language may have had an additional purpose though, and that was for gossip. Gossip tends to get a bad press, mainly because most gossip is negative. In fact, studies have shown that we get more of an endorphin rush from negative gossip than we do from positive. Maybe though our brains are hardwired to do it, and enjoy it. Gossip may have been the social glue that held our ever-increasingly large groups together. It may have acted like a sort of social grooming. Our primate cousins groom each other physically, picking through each other's fur looking for parasites. But humans may have developed gossip to perform a similar function. Physical grooming is a one-on-one activity, but gossip can be shared with many people at the same time. There could however have been a more punitive reason for gossip, and that was to warn others of cheats. Let's look at an example. Here I am, and I live in a community of our ancestors. Each day we collect food, and if someone hasn't collected enough food, there are usually people who have more than enough that can share their bounties. It is expected though, that if I do you a favour, you'll do one back for me should the need arise. This guy here is a shady fellow. A few days ago I shared some of my food with him because he didn't have enough, but today, when I'm in need and he has more than enough, he isn't quite so keen on sharing. Now unless I can warn my friends about him, he can play the same trick on them, and the whole society loses because of the impact of these bad apples. It may mean starvation, or at the very least a reduced fitness for others, and that's bad for the group. If however I can warn my friends about this character here, we'll call him Ugg, then either they can shun him and not give him any of their food, or even better, get him to change his wicked ways. I can just imagine the conversation now.
You know Ugg?
Ugg?
Yes, Ugg. You know Ugg. Heavy brow, long hair, always wear skins.
Ah, yes. I know Ugg.
No trust Ugg. Gave him my last mammoth, and when me hungry, he gave nothing.
Ugg bad.
Yes, Ugg bad.
Who Ugg? Now, as long as I can warn my allies about Ugg, he won't get away with his tricks for long. This may also be at least partly the reason why humans are so good at recognising faces, and can see faces in places where they don't exist. But maybe that's for another video. As our communities get larger though, the need for this social policing becomes even greater. Ugg might cheat someone over here, and their social group may become wary of Ugg and refuse to help him. But there are lots of other suckers ripe for the picking in other parts of the community, and this is where perhaps gossip's finest power comes into force. What does gossip do? It spreads. Even before my tears of betrayal are dry, Tog over here knows about Ugg's swindling ways, and now Ugg's only choices are to leave the group or toe the line. The problem today in our world of social media and the anonymity that can afford is that gossip spreads like wildfire, and it can be halfway around the world in the blink of an eye. And gossip can hurt, so always remember before uploading or speaking that that's a human being you're talking about, and it's always wise to think before you speak. Studies have shown that we react very badly to negative gossip about ourselves, and so the fear of talking behind our backs may keep people in line. So maybe gossip helped to bring us together, not only by helping us bond with our allies, but also by helping us warn others of our enemies. Right, that's it for this video, but don't tell anyone I told you.